Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll go again to Jones.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you want balance when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
McCarthy off the play fake. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it to Addison.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jones on the stop.
3rd down, here's Mason.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
To the air with McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
It's a gain of
18 yards the gain for number 18. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Okay, ready?
Trying the power game with Ham. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Touchdown! Aaron Jones from a yard out. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry for DeAndre Swift. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep for the Vikings, Miles Price. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
They'll hand it to Mason. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This now a 3rd and 4.
At the 21-yard line.
On the give, it's Mason. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Mason. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
It's a gain of 2.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now the ball comes loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. On play action, here's Williams.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out, and that'll do it for this first half.
Will Reichard to kick off for
the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining 2nd half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the 2nd half and get us going?
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
A gain of 6.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze, 37 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run wide side with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 4.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here we go, 70 Lions.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jones again. And once again, this defense very stout. They stop it for no gain for the 2nd straight play.
No gain on the play.
Jones.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And as a result, they could have had the lead with a field goal. Instead, they turn the ball over on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's up to the 20.
And all the way up to the 33-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
21 yards. 1st down, Bears.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
A gain of 6.
Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look.
That is intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And he will take this one home. touchdown.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing after the interception. Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw.
Williams looking to do it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Down the left sideline.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Williams going to throw for it.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.